Now,
That's the one.
Flying high to bring you the best films in Ireland. Eclipse Cinemas.
Well, it's a very good afternoon, and it's a big day in the movie industry, colleague. Yes, it's the one we've been waiting for. We're especially here today on a Wednesday.
yeah, I didn't realize all the movie industry knew we'd moved it till Wednesday, but I suppose it's a fairly dramatic. It has to be a big deal for us to be here on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday. And, you know, it is the biggest of big deals. It is certainly the biggest movie of the year so far. Possibly, even counting Bond, it might be the biggest movie since the lockdown, because we know we're talking about Top Gun, and we know Top Gun was ready to go in March 2020, and they stopped it, and they've held it over, and they've held it over, and they've held it over, and it seemed like it would never come up. In the cinema, we've posters saying, coming soon, May 2020, May 21, November 21. You know, there'd be collector's items, but finally, Top Gun has arrived, and, you know, you kind of think to yourself, can these movies live up to the hype? After, you know, it's been 36 years since we've had Top Gun. It's been 2 years waiting for this one to be released. How can anything live up to the hype? And so when I was going to watch it this morning, and people might be able to hear, I have an absolutely stinker of a cold.
You have?
And and like everyone else, of course, nowadays I went, oh no, not that again, and did all the tests and went, oh, I forgot. Sometimes you just get a cold. Sometimes you just get a cold, you feel a bit sorry for yourself, and you take a few Limsips. But anyway, I mightn't have been in prime viewing point, and I went, I hope this doesn't let me down. And I pressed play on the cinema and ran down the stairs to watch it. And I suppose we'll have a little taster of the clip first, and then I'll tell you what I thought of Top Gun Maverick.
What do we have here?
God, here I thought we were special.
Fellas, this here's Bagman.
Hangman.
Whatever.
What the hell kind of mission is this?
Everyone here is the best there is. Who the hell are they gonna get to teach us?
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell. Let me be perfectly blunt. You are not my first choice. You are here at the request of Admiral Kazansky, AKA Iceman. He seems to think that you have something left to offer the Navy. What that is, I can't imagine.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not a teacher. Just want to manage expectations.
All due respect, sir, I'm not a teacher.
I'm not a teacher, but he is a movie star.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about it. So when you're going, like, I was thinking about this, and we kind of mentioned it last week when we previewed this with Shane. You know, there's many people, we've had these sequels. You and I have talked about a few big sequels that there was a long gap, like Anchorman and so on. And you know what? 99% of them have been pretty disappointing. And I suppose it's like a lot of bands that get back together, that it's, you know, why did they actually get back together? Did they really have something new to say? Or did they just need the cash? Tom Cruise doesn't need the cash. Tom Cruise has Mission Impossible. He doesn't need a hit. So when he was tempted back, there had to be a reason. And within about 3 minutes, I went, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're good. We're all good. I'm a big Public Enemy fan, but I'm going to disagree with them. Do believe the hype. This is top class entertainment. It is exactly what cinemas are made for. And I know you're thinking, I would say that anyway, but that's exactly
Oh,
what
you
Tom
wouldn't?
Cruise
No,
said.
no, I'll vouch.
Tom
you
Cruise said there's no way he was going to release this in streaming. And all through the pandemic, you and I kept on talking, and we saw
Where is it?
some
When's
good
it coming?
movies on the big screens and stuff like on the small screens and so on. This would be wasted on, let alone a TV, no matter how big your TV is, let alone a phone. What's great about it is it has the tribute. It pays respect to the old movie. There's characters that pop up. The song, like, it opens up to Danger Zone. As a matter of fact, I think the first opening credits are exactly the same as Top Gun, but then it goes into, it's not a tribute act. It's Top Gear or Top Gun this many years on. The military has changed.
Yeah.
There's a debate about whether you want to have pilots or use drones like a lot of the US military have. That same sort of swagger and arrogance that the pilots have, because you would have to be arrogant to be that sort of test pilot, but also modern. So it's not quite as maybe misogynistic and stuff as like that as it once was. All the stuff is there. So by the time at the end, where maybe it does get a little fantastical and a little bit, I don't even say silly, but sort of Hollywood, you're going, doesn't matter. You've earned this. You have earned your badge of merit, Tom Cruise. He is so good in this. Like, here's the thing, and I know not everyone likes him, especially because of personal life and stuff, but like nobody does it like this. Not only does he look great, the stunts are amazing. Now, my old job as an adventure center manager, I kept on going, do you not need a helmet for that motorcycle in California? And he's out in a boat without a buoyancy aid. But at that aside, the stunts are incredible. They made a big deal of saying there is no CGI there. Now, I'm sure there is CGI to take away safety wires and stuff like that. But the plane's going. And at first I went, oh, wow, it's not that loud in the cinema. Maybe I should adjust the speakers. And then I realized they're ramping it up. So at the climax, the seats are rattling as the jets fly overhead. You are there. There's an unnamed enemy because, it's 2022 and we're not going to go name countries. They're too smart. They want to sell tickets everywhere. But it's just spectacular Hollywood entertainment. I talked a lot last week about a brilliant movie on Colleen Kuhn, and the two of them couldn't be more different, and yet they're both brilliant and both utterly cinematic in the same way. It's why cinema is one of the greatest art forms of all, because it's about stories. And the thing is, Top Gun could go back with all the money in the world. Tom Cruise looks great. Miles Teller, who plays Goose's son in it, who's really good in it, and looks the spit of Anthony Edwards, doesn't he? Yeah, absolute spit of him. But all that wouldn't work if the story was a bit of rubbish, because we've seen those movies, Shamey, haven't we? We've seen those ones that go, it was nice to see everyone, but yeah. They've got a bit over.
What time is it on it? It's
on at 6 o'clock. Shane Smith might be listening to this right now in the car outside Eclipse Cinema. He has the ticket for 6 o'clock, and he told me he's going to shout at me if it's rubbish. Don't worry, he's not. Well, he's going to shout at me, but not about that. It's great. You love it, love it, love it. Even if you didn't like Top Gun, even if you didn't like Tom Cruise, this is what cinema is all about. Love it.
Absolutely. Right, Top Gun, there it goes. We're all wearing our sunglasses and our top hat, or our big caps and all today as a celebration. I can't see
what's great about that,
can't see anything in the studio.
No, when I always do a thumbs up at the start of the recording, and I realized I look like the guys giving the thumbs up for the jet. I was really impressed because I'm dressed ridiculously as usual. Anybody who watches the video will see.
Right, you've got something else happening. You've got Bob's Burgers movies.
An animation. A very different thing, because this is a very popular cult TV series. I think it was on the Comedy Channel, and I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus now. And kind of like the Simpsons movie and those sort of things, it's got a big cinematic release. And we've had the flyers up in the cinema for ages. And, half the people walk past and go, what? What Bob's Burgers? Is it for kids or what is it? And the other half going, oh, I love that. I'm going to see that definitely. Now, I'm not one of the people who know about it. They've promised that the movie is also, a great launch pad if you've never seen it. And it's very funny, deadpan, kind of Family Guy. I don't think it's quite as edgy as Family Guy, but that sort of thing. And, people who know will know, and they'll really enjoy it. So, really? And that's good. Okay. And quite a contrast to Top Gun, which everyone's going to go and see.
40 seconds. Monday's movie is Mr. Monday
is The Northman. We talked a lot about it at the time, filmed locally. Glenn Everton. A divisive movie, but well worth a viewing. And if you thought, I'd like to see it, but $9.90 is a bit too much, it's only for a $5, and it's really good. And I'm going to say again, because you're on holiday, Colleen Kuhn, it's brilliant. Go and see it. It's done amazingly well. But Top Gun's great.
That's well. Right. It's Top Gun is going to be probably playing in all your cinemas, is it? Or have you any cinemas left?
Yes, we're showing it at 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 1:30. We'll put it on in the car park if you turn up. We look after you. Don't worry about that.
We can't wait. Top Gun, folks. That's Collie on Movies. We talk to him next Thursday.